Let me get that sorted out real quick.
We've got a really good match coming up. So it's Monowind versus Samurais for the first round in the top 16. It's a bit of a slog for Samurais, but it's winnable. There is one tech card in the win deck, however, that makes the matchup basically unwinnable, and that is the Shinryu. So the Monowind player, Sam, has gone with the idea of risking synergy, risking the dead draw for the fact of just hosing Samurais if he ever plays against them. So praying for Callum that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, the one copy of Shinryu is either going to help or hinder the mono win list, being a light card, not going to be able to discard it for CP if he needs it in a pinch. But you shouldn't need to, because that's not the right one. It is going to be able to deal with the vast majority of the Samurai 4s that come down, killing all 3 6s and something else. 9 forwards, stealing them 10k, so it's going to murk them off even when they get a little bit of support. So, but on the flip side, Samurai is able to put a lot of pressure on really quickly. It's able to build a board pretty reliably with Tenzen. It can be pretty difficult for Win to deal with Tenzen quite early unless it sees its, well, I guess it's Shinryu or Typhon. So it's essentially a 4th card that can come down fairly early and deal with that. Can't let Tenzen sit for too long. It's going to generate way too much advantage way too quickly.
Yeah.
Put too many cards in George's hand, but I mean, we like a nice Samurai deck, don't we?
We do. I mean, George is one of our local regulars. He's been playing Sams for a bit. You've dabbled in Samurais too, so we all know.
Bit.
So yeah, George's plan: stick a Tenzen, wait while Wind sets up, and he can start beating him in the head. Monowind needs to get online really quick, so we need the Chocobo Zam. Does a Fat Chocobo run in Monowind? I only have Icewind on the brain at the moment.
I think it's a player preference thing, but I think it should be, because Chocobo Sam's finding it. You can always just pitch straight for it, make your 3rd backup straight away. I've heard that is sometimes a viable strategy, and just go to 3 backups turn 1 and then just kind of play off the top, because you can pretty much just play the entire deck from that point. Pretty sure there's no 6 costs or anything, so you'd be able to start making plays instantly. You probably could even get your 7 casts off straight away, all things considered. So our players have got a deck list of each opponent's deck in front of them. They're able to have a little look. Hopefully George has been able to clock there as a Shinryu in that list, and Sanji is aware that he's going up against the aggression that is Samurais.
So today, top 16 will be working. We've got 90 minutes for each round, best of 3. Have we had confirmation that the top seed decides who goes on to play?
No, but I'm assuming that is going to be the case. So I would assume that Samji is going to be taking the play here, but we will see.
Just having a bit of a chat to the judge.
Yep, everyone's just getting sit down around the tables now, and they'll be taking it away soon. So I'm seeing JFB versus Callum. I'm seeing, I can't remember who the Moogle deck player is playing against. We've got an unfortunate turn of events for Xavier St. Hilaire Knowles, one of our players. Apparently one of his Amaterasus was bent, and it's got a 1st round loss in his top cut. So he's got a win 2 versus Michael's only got a win 1.
So, Sugmeister, one of Zav's cards, so the top 16 had all the decks checked. One of Zav's cards was bent. It seemed like it was bent during play yesterday, but because they could easily cut to it several times, they've given him a game loss. Is what it is. Bad decision.
Bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But you know what? That sounds like Zav.
It's typical, isn't it?
It sounds like Zav. Alright, they're starting within the next 4 minutes, so we've got a little bit of time. They're studying the deck list here, we can see. Alex has not been on stream yet, no. We are planning, we were going to put him on, but we're We wanted to feature some more samurais. I'm gonna be real with you. We're gonna sneak a bit of samurais on.
So it's quite. If you think about the top 16 spread, it's quite varied. There is a lot of soiree, but
Soiree seems to be the dominant.
All the non-soiree decks are very different. So you've got like the retainers, we've got Icewind, samurais, Earth Lightning, Neo X Death.
Yeah. So there's well, I'm not sure. Is Ned playing Earth Lightning?
Yeah, he is.
It is an Earth Lightning build. Yeah, so there's 2 Earth Lightning builds. One of them's a mono Earth build with 5 Lightning cards.
Yeah.
Really, it's playing 3 mana blacks and 2 X deaths with Moogle to generate Lightning CP, and that's pretty much the deck. And then the other Earth Lightning list is the Ned variant. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 soiree lists.
I believe there's 6.
So soiree followed by mono wind, followed by other one-offs almost.
There's 5 because there's the Moogles deck.
Right.
I missed off. Yeah, Fire Ice Moogles.
Yeah, 8 Fire Ice has currently got more representation than Samurais in this top 16.
That's true. It is nice to see Samurais in though, because the consensus is that Samurais is a deck you can use to get to like top mid-table. It's good, but not better than the top decks. So it's really nice to see how well George has done.
I think he can take it, man.
Yeah.
I think he can do it.
It's got game. It just has those starts. If you play the 10-10 early against these slow decks, there's nothing a lot of decks can do. Sometimes wind just flounders, and I did it a lot yesterday. You have like 3 turns of setup, and they're hitting you in the head. And
yep. That is the downside, though, isn't it? Is that Samurai kind of tends to win within the first 3 turns. It's kind of established at that point. After 3 turns, you could usually see a pretty clear winner. But then again, we might see a bit of a grindy game. We might see a bit of a sneak out. So I'm kind of hoping that this one, goes on for a bit, and we get some real interactions going. Stranger of Paradise sleeves? Are they actually? They're not Stranger of Paradise, are they?
Oh, Sam's.
No. George ain't using picture sleeves. Not our Georgie.
He's he's a cultured gentleman. He doesn't dabble in picture sleeves.
Shout outs to these mats though, man. What an excellent picture.
They are nice. Have you noticed, however, that they've basically taken a back picture of the re-raise map?
Oh, is it still it is still in Midgar, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the reverse shot of the re-raise winners map. I prefer this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like them both. I think they're pretty cool. It does look a bit garlandy. It does look very garlandy.
Could it be the Opus 15 or 16 pre-release sleeves? Golbez was on them.
Potentially. No, it doesn't look like Golbez. I mean, it could be. I didn't play that pre-release. Yeah, they look pretty cool. Hopefully they're all in good nick. He's put a nice over sleeve on them.
We've had a lot of sleeve changes before the round of 16 started.
No, I believe everyone had to re-sleeve their decks, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just shuffling up.
All right, looks like we've started.
Time has started.
Let's go. Good luck, friends. Seeing a 4 CP backup Samurai, Chocobo, Stiltskin, George with the Mo.
Yeah.
Get them out. Don't need those cards. It's no good. We're looking for a Tenzen.
That is a tough decision on the win play. Oh no, it's not. It's got Chocobo Sam. Easy.
Chocobo
very,
Sam
very,
and
very
the 3
good.
CP Hero Zidane from Opus 3. Getting rid of the Zidane, actually.
I think based on the rest of his hand, he had Stiltskin, 2 Chocobos, the Chocobo Sam. So, I mean, he's been thinking, I need to get these backups out. So, whilst the Zidane's good at this point, kind of want to set up.
It is worth noting that it's the only copy of 3 CP Zidane in Sam's deck. Yes, it's the only one. He's got one more 2 CP Zidane, but that's the only 3 CP one. So, I don't know how much I like that, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. There's a Lucio and Izana off the top. Pitching them both, it seems. Making the Fat Chocobo that's going to find us potentially a Chocolate.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah.
This is exactly where Win was.
This is the start. And he's got the 3 CB backup in hand too, so he's going to 4. He can search up another Luso with that backup because it's a Stiltskin. He has the Chocobo in hand Not sure about the last card in his hand.
This is the gas.
Left.
This is the tempo. This is the play. This is where Win wants to be. It's got the full force behind his back. Cyan coming down off of 1, pitching a 3 CP Samurai to do so. Going to be searching for any job or card named Samurai from our deck. And this is going to be a this is make or break for our boy Georgie here. He's going to have to pick something that's important.
Are we going all in on the Tenzin, do you think?
Looks like he's going for go sets. He's going to try and play the backup game.
Okay.
Going to go to 2, get 2 backups down. Oh, he can't do it this turn actually, unless he wants to pitch 2 for it, which seems like a bad play. He's going to be on 6 in hand though now.
We have the Tenzin in hand, I believe. So,
Alright, Terra.
Terra's currently useless. He does have an Amat in hand, but I don't think you need to keep
With
the
a
Terra
Brit
right
and
now.
a break.
Yeah.
Okay, Lycaicus, another Cyan. So, yep.
Okay.
Gonna come down, gonna grab us Brynhilda. Okay, so we've got 2 bodies on board. We're ready to start dealing some damage.
This is an okay Sam start. It's not the ideal one, but he's got the pressure. Wind has to answer now, otherwise they're taking a few points. And obviously, George doesn't want to push him past 3 until he can get him to dead or almost dead. But 2 damage, it's a good start. Let's see what Wind can do to respond. Feeling, Stiltskin, search up Luso.
So we've seen 2 Lusos now, which isn't too much of an issue. We've got 1-drop Astro to try and pick them back up again if we need to.
Yeah.
So Luso, new card from Opus 17 that is pretty much the core. This is the card that's really made Mono Win like pushed into relevance. Not that one, not that one, this one. Seems like it would be an impossible feat, but if you can cast 7 cards, well, if Luso is the 7th or later card coming down that turn, then it will in fact deal 8,000 damage to all forwards opponent controls and draw you a card. Made very, very manageable with Lulu loops and chocobos and all that sort of fun stuff. So Ghost Set's coming down, pitching the Brynhilda again. Okay, we're going to get ourselves a Hyan.
What do we see in damage? I believe that's a Fiona and a Norsh, so not the end of the world.
Was it worth making this before combat and also playing the Hyan? I wonder.
I don't think so, because you don't want to take him to 3.
Take the 4. It's represent lethal next turn.
True.
We'll see. Can't see the rest of his hand, so. Okay, so we've got 4 backups to play. We've got a full group of 6, I believe. Tap 1. Stiltskin down. We're going to leave Chocolate up, potentially to draw some cards later on. No shit in the break. Yep, there's the Typhon. Let's put that Cyan away, please. Put that back into your cart.
So, contrary to recent events, Typhon puts a card under the top 4. Just so you hear the facts from this stream.
So the devastating piece here that could be happening, pitching 2 to play the Amaterasu, is going to Chocobo it. Yeah, and he's going to be able to get the 2,000 ping, make it 10k.
This is a big swing. So Typhon's a really key piece against Sam's. It's a very, it's not a clean answer to Tenzin, but there's not a lot without Lulu that you can do to a 9k. So Typhon's one of the only answers. So I think Sam might.
It is pretty clean removal, and it also means that it's just kind of gone for a few turns. It's got this weird setup as well, where if you can space it correctly, you can end up sending that card back to damage. There it is. Chocobo, put that card back into my cart. Cyan does stay though.
And there's the Atomos. This is.
He's still got 6 cards in his hand.
Yeah, this is Win doing Win things. Atomos for next turn. So we're currently on 2 casts.
Atmos, out. Get him out. We don't need this card.
So that's the 3rd.
Goodbye, Cyan. We'll see you in 2 turns.
Sam does have an Alexander in hand, so he might be tempted to try and get the 2 draw off, but he's got no backups up.
You would be trading 2 cards for 2 cards, so it doesn't seem necessarily good.
No.
And the thing is, you only really want to do Alexander stuff when you're trying to go for Luso, and I don't think he's planning on that right now, because Typhon is in fact a forward. When you control 3 or more Win backups, Typhon is a forward as well. So he's just going to sit there as an 8k and sit in front of that Terror. I think I understand now why he didn't do the Hien. He wanted to keep the Amaterasu open for things like this, but
it makes sense. I mean,
and that is an edge.
It's a typical situation as well that against decks with Amaterasu, Oh, against decks with Amaterasu, with Chocobo, like what we just saw with the mono win player, you have to do the play you set up and just hope they don't have it. So George obviously thought, no, I'm going to am at this because Typhon's a problem, and just hope he doesn't have the Chocobo, and this time he did, so it's the issue. But
So George has just top decked, it looks like Tifa, 6 CP backup that deals 9k and can become a forward later on, things like that. But Edge, once per turn, is allowed to redirect a summon or ability
I believe it's both here.
to himself and nullify the damage once per turn. So he's gonna sit there and he's gonna be really annoying for the samurai player actually right now. We've got a lot of things that will remove things, but we can't really afford to spend 2 of them. We're gonna try and Bahamut it with the 2000 ping.
The
So actually the first thing is gonna.
The Edge is free, so you don't have to pay for the Edge.
Okay, so he's just Bahamuted that off, and then using the Terror Ping. The Terror Ping is the bit that was cancelled. Yeah, that makes sense because the Terror Ping does actually respond. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was some good FF. Nice play. And we're gonna pass there. Tap 3. Rosa is here. 3 CP 7k. Oh, and just passing. Okay. We're kind of just sitting on our advantage, trying to regain our momentum a little bit on win side, perhaps.
I think Sam feels quite comfortable. There's not really much pressure coming from the Sam side. There's no Tenzin, there's no recurring value. He has 4 backups at Typhon, and he can protect the Rosa. He has a Chocolate, he can start getting online. I think he's in a pretty comfortable spot.
Absolutely. Now, George, on the other hand, 2 backups to play with. Just Terror on board, staring down a 7 and an 8k. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in his hand, I believe.
Yeah, we see another.
No crystals, though, so that Soul isn't going to be able to bring in Hien for free.
It's also another Bahamut in his hand, so that's currently.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Load the shotgun, George. Pull the trigger. Now, you can't really spend 4 CP here again.
No.
So, you know what? I actually kind of respect this play.
Yeah.
Just put him on board, because next turn, those 2 can party attack and generate crystals and force some good trades.
The buff from Sol as well would be quite nice to protect a lot of the samurais from Aluso.
Yep. Though Sol will have to survive.
It does also save Tenzin from a Shinryu.
It does. Yeah. It does. This is pretty rough for our boy Georgie. Maybe the Tenzin earlier might have been the play, but knowing that now that there was a Typhon right behind it, perhaps it wasn't.
I think that's the issue with the Tenzin Typhon line, because Tenzin still gets you a sandbag.
Yeah.
So it's not the cleanest removal.
It does, but it costs you 6 CP.
Yeah.
It costs you 6. Okay.
I see the Shinryu in hand as well.
Oh, oh no. 2 Bismarcks as well. We've got a pretty stacked hand here, actually.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that George probably wants to try and get his 5th backup down.
Seems like he's not in any rush. This is the...
No, that's why I'm saying it's a good time to kind of get set up with it. And Althea would be nice around here.
We currently have a pretty clean attack, at least, so he can start getting some damage in. The Typhon can easily swing in.
Absolutely. They could... this is the thing with Windows. You kind of want to break them down and then get all of your damage in on turns when they're taking their off turns.
Yeah. Okay, the Shinryu.
Yeah. So that is... is it going to do anything?
It kills the Sol. 10k to 3, 6 and 9.
Yeah, he's 2.
But he's got the main phase trigger as well, so it'll start recurring value from the next turn. So the bit that we're looking at now that Sam probably thought it was worthwhile playing for is that at the beginning of each of his main phases, you flip, and then based on the card type, it does something. So drawing 2 is an incredibly powerful...
Yeah, drawing 2 is still pretty bust though. And it is going to kill these guys.
So I'm thinking George now...
I suppose it makes sense just to get it on the board, get it out. Yeah. We don't really need... the counter aggression of dealing with all the samurais now, because even if he did just flood the board, George would be going empty-handed for it, and Win wouldn't be having too much of a hard time dealing with that.
I mean, it's not great for George at the moment, but looking at this turn, Sam has currently paid 5 CP to deal with a 3-drop. That's all that's happening right now. So it's not... the worst. We could probably see him try to. He's probably contemplating trying to remove it.
Brent Builder's just not enough. You need
No.
that ping as well to finish off Rosa, and he's got the 1 CP up to make her immune to abilities this turn. Georgie, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with that terror? We do have another Cyan though. So off of 1 backup is pretty minging.
So we get
Party attack, getting a crystal. Give me that. Ricky Martin.
I mean, this is free damage at this point.
No Rickies.
Fina though. That's
a good hit.
Yeah.
That's a good hit. Yeah, get that Bryn out. That's not helping us. Cyan's here.
Cyan.
I'm going to search my cart for a Samurai, if that's quite alright. I wonder how many Samurais we're on actually. I don't think it's enough for the 9k. But that one's pretty close. This is a 3 CP 7k, gains 1000 power and brave at damage 3.
On entry, you pay 1 and fire to deal something 8.
Yeah, so it can be a 5 CP ETBTL 8k, which is okay. It can kill a Typhon, which, man, I don't think you can really afford to do right now.
So let's see what Shinryu flips. George currently finding out what Shinryu does. It's not a card you see often.
It will be able to save the Cyan. It is a forward.
That means everything dies.
Deadened. Get fucking shockwaved.
Yes, you can.
You can have at the shock,
yeah.
Shinryu, yeah.
This is game 1.
This is game 1, round 1, 1.
Yep.
Day 1, day 1, 2.
Day 1 plus
2.
1.
There we go. Yes. Welcome, friends. Winter Cup 2022, Glasgow. Day 2. And we've got Samurais on turn 2 and Mono Wind on turn 8. Help!
I mean, this is just how it goes sometimes. I think George should just, try fight back. He's not taking any damage. Could possibly be ways that he can get through, get some more in, but I think Wind's taken round game 1.
I don't think he had the CP to face Sam and Brynhild.
No, it was a slow start. You need a fast start or you need the backups, and I don't think George had either. So it's just one of those games.
No, we're going to see that Mono 5 versus Mono Wind is pretty much going to go one of 2 ways. That's the point where I don't think Samurais can really come back at this point. I mean, there's always
maybe if the line you suggested earlier, playing the Hien earlier, so Sam was on more damage, he could have potentially pushed through. But obviously George played it a bit slower, so we're not in that position.
Yeah. And with 2 CP available as well, he could just chuck away back that Shinryu if it does get targeted, should he want to. Probably wouldn't if I was him. I'm not sure though. Mono Wind Clubbers Sams. I think it's favourable. I think Samurais can definitely get underneath it though. It can just get get a Cyan, get a Hien down, get a backup down, not Hien, sorry. Tenzen and just kind of sit with it and just sit the advantage and
I think Sam
really push.
Yeah, I think Sam's has more game against a lot of decks, basically because of the power of Hien. Like, it could feel like you're behind, and then you have Hien, and the certain board states just mean you can push 4 damage out of nowhere and kill people. So I think it's definitely closer than people believe, but Wind, there's not many decks Wind struggle against at the moment.
Alright, looks like another 9k Samurai is going to... He did not turn 1 here, no. He turned 1, made a backup.
Yeah.
He made that 2 CP backup, and then he made Cyan?
Yeah, so Cyan was his turn 2, then Gasetsu turn 3.
Are we just making a body?
Seems like.
Man, it looks like he's got 2 Hiens, as Bahamut and an Ammut in his hands.
Yeah, the only target really here that's worth it is the Typhon. Rosa's easily protected, Shinryu's a 9k.
It's not looking good for our hero.
No.
Chocolate, give me that counter, please. I would like to draw some cards. Chocolate has an action ability to add a counter, and if there are 2 counters, she can activate a separate action ability which draws a single card at the cost of 2 of them. He tried to bomb at the Shinryu. I guess you kind of have to. I mean, yeah, he definitely. There has been one Chocobo summon so far, but you just have to assume that Win just always has Chocobo summon in the hand. It's a little bit too potent to not have it. So for those just joining, because of the glare, I'll give you a quick readout. But there is 3 damage on Wind's side, 1 damage on Fire's side, and we've got a Typhon, Rosa, and Shinryu in that order, just facing down a lone samurai.
It's a very brave samurai.
He is a very brave samurai, but he's doing work.
He's the last samurai. No?
No.
Do you like that film?
I haven't seen it. I'm a bad samurai.
film.
I'm a bad samurai player. It's casting Chocobo is going to allow us to add 1 Wind character to our hand.
Very powerful summon. Very powerful summon.
Yeah.
Also EX.
It is also EX. It needed it, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
It should have cost 0, to be honest.
It essentially does.
It should be free. So what's it going to be? He doesn't really want to commit an entire loser to wiping a single dude. The Typhon's already on the board.
He doesn't really, so I can see the Lulu in hand. He doesn't really have the spot removal. So the summons we've seen are Alexander Chocobo, the Bounce Chocobo, and the Chocobo is just played. So I think he might go for the value route. Yeah, pick that one, see what else we can hit. He does have the added protection of a Fina in hand, should...
He does still have his entire deck in his hand as well.
That is true. That's the 3rd cast.
Oh, we're responding to this Chocobo.
We're amating the Rosa.
Yeah, amating the Rosa trigger, so we're trying to tap our
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Please remove that forward.
So, I mean, now Sam's got the choice. He can protect the Rosa, but then... he's lost the biggest value. Susano Hien would still kill.
Yeah, it would. It's set up perfectly for it. He just needs another backup. And some more cards.
Yeah.
Maybe a few EX bursts. Maybe cheeky little Cyan off the top.
Cyan would do it. A Bryn on the Lulu would do it.
Oof.
There will be with Susano and Hien.
Yeah, if we can manage to get Susan and Hien down, I suppose the Susan's going to murk a character off if we do decide to wipe the board.
True, true.
So we'd need 2 more backups. And unfortunately we saw a Lycaicus at the break earlier. I like that backup, man.
It's a very good one.
I would like to destroy your dude, please. 2, 3 with another Chocobo.
The Lycaicus is a very smart player for Fire decks now, because all backup removal tends to be on the more expensive backups.
Yeah, well that's where the backups that are threatening live, isn't it? They are quite expensive. You look at things like, well, in the past we've had things like Star Sybil and Chocobo. I suppose Fat Chocobo was a thing at one point. Une. What else has there been recently? You know, people don't really play that many expensive backups these days, do they?
None that you want to hit. I mean, Wind has Sam, Chocobo Sam.
Althea. Althea is the one that people play Hackathon for, of course. Of course. And that tends to be the only real summon that people, backup that people want to break. There is now a Bismarck on the board. Yeah, Ishtolo really will just seal this game out. It is just too much. Aha! And now I'm going to start going for the extra mil. That's my backup. How dare you steal my stuff?
I think we've already had another one of our round of 16 finish. Zavin.
That's going to be a game lost for Zav then, isn't it? He's done.
I think he's done. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty uphill battle for him in the first place. Retainers versus FF6 Fire Eyes.
Oh no.
Oh, has he won the first round? Never mind. They're going back in. Back in, baby. He looked kind of deflated, man.
He did.
You know what? I don't think I'm very good at reading people's faces.
I think reading Zav is impossible.
Yeah, potentially. So it looks like George is looking to play this match out.
I mean, I guess he's gaining... What does he gain from playing this out?
Nothing.
No.
I mean, potentially winning. Potentially. If the stars align. Perhaps.
Is that
Not
a
really.
Sid?
I don't know how, yeah. Sid Polendina.
What is the Sid Polendina in the deck for? To search Rosa, I imagine.
It's... Oh, yeah, is that the one? Is that the Cat 4 searcher?
I believe so, yeah.
It's not the engineer searcher.
Don't
You don't want to search from engineers. Did Lulu trigger the 5k? Maybe that's why he didn't block with the samurai. Yeah. All right, Georgie. 4 cards in hand. Would you just finish it off with Bismarck? Maybe. I mean, you could. Well, it's 1,000 bigger, so 6. I mean, yeah. I mean, you absolutely could. But I guess he just doesn't need to. Maybe he's trying to put extra samurais in the break to avoid the 9k. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's checking them now. Yeah, true. Maybe. I mean, it could just be playing very conservative. It would be my assumption. Leaving all you guys up, just like, you know. The thing is, his Toller isn't actually on board yet. So, I mean, he hasn't got enough cards in his hand, which we're aware of, but just wants to make sure nothing can just sneak out of nowhere, I suppose. I mean, Susano here would just kill everything.
Has he played the Ishtola?
No.
No, yeah.
There's just a lot of moving parts that I think just taking... The Wind can afford to take the extra turns is the thing. So, where's this coming from? Is he just pitching 2 for this? Ah, he's leaving that backup open for the Bahamut in hand. I see, so he's going to try and remove... I think he targeted the Shinryu. This is the thing, man. George has got too much stuff that he needs to kill. Shinryu and Bismarck both absolutely need to die. And he only has so much removal. There is 1 Chocobo left in the hand, though, we can see. So if he does decide to try and Chocobo it back, then he can just Bahamut in response. I'm not really sure what just happened there. Did the samurai not target something? Maybe the samurai doesn't have enough targets.
I don't think we've seen that many samurais this game.
No, but it's not hard to get to 7.
I suppose. We've got a Rosa down, so that's the first cast.
Oh wait, no, is the Shinryu dead? Because that's a Lulu Typhon. Yeah, maybe the Shinryu's just died and he returned the Rosa? Oh, he returned the Shinryu. Oh, he got Phoenid. Oh, right, that's what that is. Yeah, of course. I forgot about that card. Yep, Phoenid has an action ability, which cancel an auto ability from a forward. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we've just had confirmation JFB has won his first match in the top 16, so we got Swaway through to the top 8. Shame though, playing against Icewind, my brother. Callum's not looking very happy right now.
And the 7th point. Wait, we got no more attackers this turn? Wait, did those 3 all come down this turn?
Ramo is still playing. He's in a soiree mirror at the moment.
Are you okay?
I don't think so. I think it's the cold.
It's messing with your voice.
Yeah. There we go. So we're going to game 2. It's a workshop of what wind can do, I believe. Sam's didn't really get the start it needed. Hoping George has better luck in this game. Got a mountain to climb now, though. Having to win on the play and then on the draw. Just hoping for the turn 1 Tenzen, I believe.
That's the ideal. If you can make a 2-drop, make a 10-10, and have a backup samurai in the break to pick up, you are in business. My assumption is that George is going to be able to go first this time, though. Which is always a good position, especially if you can make that 10-10 straight away. Because then you'll be able to draw at least one card off him. If they want to Typhon, then it's going to cost them an extra card to discard for. And 10-10 is going to put another card back, so you'll actually be a CP up.
It's a good time for George at the moment. Just keep shuffling, take some breaths, reset. So I think that's the issue with best of 3. You can kind of get inside your head if you lose the first one. So it's good to just take it slow, compose.
Legend has it is if you slam your card even harder on the table, they do more damage.
They do. To the card, mostly, but... We've had our second rounds of 16. The Fire Ice Moogles versus Swaware is finished. Don't know who won yet. Let's try and find out. Did I say it again? Oh. Swaware. It sounds better. Yeah, I think that's what happened to South Spec card. Has he got the 10-10?
I saw a 2-drop, I saw a 10-10. If we need one more samurai. Yeah, there's
yeah,
a 3-drop in there.
Okay, so that's a good start for the Sams. Let's see how the wind starts look. So I see a Shinryu,
one per turn.
An Ishtola. There is an Althea in the back. That...
Do it.
I'd be tempted for the Shinryu and the Althea, but
So
that's an expensive hand.
A lot of people tell me here that the best thing to do is make 2 backups and then 10s next turn, but I disagree. Vehemently disagree.
You need the pressure. You 100% need the pressure, because turn 1, wind cannot deal with this 10-10.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we are
there we
in
go.
business.
Just need a samurai. Cannot hit himself. Heian's a good shout.
I would probably... He can hit himself. I'd probably pick himself up. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, is it just himself from the bin that he can't pick up?
He can only pick up 3 or less.
3 or less, okay.
So he can't pick up here neither.
So, see, that wind hand, he kept it. He probably kept it because of the Shinryu.
Essentially. I mean, he could just pitch 3 and make it.
I think he's thinking about it, but he's also got the Althea. Did you see the draw for turn?
No.
See a Sid Polladina and a Luso. That was his draw.
This is not the ideal hand for a no-wind opener.
No, it's a bit awkward. Ah, he mulled. Okay.
This is the mulligan.
Ah, right.
And this is the fire wind. Set it all ablaze, Georgie. Alright, we're going to see, I believe it's, 2 CP Chocobo and Lucio going to bin. Is he going to just slam a Typhon? Is there a Typhon in there? 2 CP, 4 CP.
Althea.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Blech.
But,
Blech.
Yeps.
Okay.
I mean, he's got it early. I guess that's a good thing. But it's a very clunky start. Not what you need. Spell it wrong.
I'll spell you wrong in a minute.
Swaway.
Althea, one of the most individual. Oh. Type into damage. I'm I'm sorry, I'm so biased. I can't help it. I can't help it. And it looks like a go sets off the top. Gonna add our Hien to our hand.
There's a samurai. There's a samurai.
Nice.
We got the 2 CP here, don't we?
We've got we've got the Hien in our hand, so we don't need another one. I would be inclined to perhaps pick up the 8K one just to have a bit of variation, but I suppose at this point it doesn't really matter. You just want to have some backups down.
So Sam's probably thinking with the Althea, he's got a Typhon in hand, so I think he just wanted to get the Althea online, so he's got the option to double. Having Althea early means you open up a lot more players, even if it is your only backup.
I know, but if you're doing that, you may as well just play the Shinryu. That's why I agree with Xerxes. I'm not really too sure why he didn't make Polendina into Althea next turn or something like that. But we may never understand the galaxy brain of a Wind player. Watch this search for edge.
I mean, that would be why he does it. Yeah.
Ding it. Makes more sense if you're playing Polendina, because that edge is a one-off.
And you also have the added thing of getting a Rosa.
If you
need to. Because you only play 2, you don't play 3.
No, he's on 3.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. That
See,
Polendina is in there to search for edge. Yeah, he's got in his Arno. He's got 5 in his hand, hasn't he?
yeah, that's Xerxes' point. That with the line Sam took, he's 1 fewer card down. So searching a backup
He's
now.
discarding a Typhon for it.
I don't think Sam's got a good game ahead of him. I think he's got his back up against the wall at the moment. Would take a very specific.
This is the thing. This is the sort of game that Samurai needs to have to stand a chance. It's
Yeah.
not too difficult to achieve, but he does need to start pushing some damage in here.
Yeah.
That's an Illawa is Illawa's okay. I mean, you could pitch for it and you get 2 damage in this time, but I don't know if you want to do that. The thing is, you can't really afford to just poke. I feel like you need to.
We need another forward down now.
You do need to have a bit more aggression here.
He's got the option to Sol and Illawa. Do I see a Sol in his hand as well?
He doesn't have any crystals.
No, I mean play both, just from hand. And then the Illawa and the Tenzen can party to get him a crystal.
Yeah, but she'd still die on the trade. It's not good. That's not good.
Fair enough.
But we're going to tap 2 and make a backup. I mean, this isn't a bad play. I feel like there might be more you could do with it, though. What are we doing here? We're pitching Illawa.
2. We're going for a Hien. We're going for a Hien.
Okay. Yeah. No.
This is strong. Tech into 4, presenting lethal with wind on the back foot. I think this is a good idea.
Hien's also a target that Shinryu cannot hit.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
So that's a Nosh and an Atmos. So two Atmoses in damage there.
Atmos.
That is.
Oh my god.
Now we've hit the sign.
What would you like? He's going to take a sign. Okay, I like that. I like that. This is now a catch-22 scenario where if Hien, he has to target Hien.
Yeah.
Because removing the Cyan, the Tenzen is just going to put another Cyan back in his hand. And in addition, George does have a Larkaikus in his hand. So he's going to be able to start. He's going to be able to remove anything for 1 CP next turn. It does at the cost of not being able to essentially get to 5 backups, but if you're playing that game plan, you're looking to kill them before that becomes relevant, and a lot of games will end before then. Okay, Sam G, you have 7 cards in your hand. You have an Althea and a Sid Polendina with an Izana on board, and only 1 Typhon left potentially in deck. You do have Shin Ryu in your hand. You can keep the Althea open to protect it, perhaps. We're seeing 1 CP, 3 CP. We have just had confirmation that Xavier is the champion. Go on, Fire Eyes, FF6. Okay, Shinryu ETB is going to kill the 10s, and it looks like a Tola behind it as well. And we're going to get the 8K Samurai back. So I guess that wasn't a Cyan that went in the break then. Go. Give it to me, now! EX Bursto. Search for a Hien or a, what's the other one?
Yugiri, yeah.
Should you wish.
Search for a Yugiri outside of the game, in your binder or chaff box.
Yep. Interestingly enough,
no.
The Larkaikus coming down here and targeting the Shinryu might be the play. And my reason for that is, if he wants to cancel it with... If he targets Tola, and then Larkaikus is removed later on, for some reason, then Tola will come back and will survive, presuming, the... what's it called? However, if he targets the Shinryu, and Tola cancels it, then Larkaikus won't actually have anything underneath him, and removing it won't do anything. So there may be...
But I think if we do that, he also clears the way for the Bahamut in hand. Because doesn't he have a Bahamut that he can then also use on the Shinryu afterwards?
True, but... I mean, yeah. That is,
so it removes... but 2 problem forwards, doing it that way for 5 CP, because he doesn't have a crystal. Oh, he does have a crystal.
He doesn't have a crystal.
Oh.
He's got 2 of the resurrecting. 2 CP ones. We haven't seen any crystal backups yet. We haven't got a... I don't think Cyan really helps here, though. I mean, we are on 4 samurais, so Cyan would actually allow you to clear the Izana if you wanted to. I think Larkaikus is definitely going to be one of the plays, but the ordering of it is going to be really important here. So, Georgie, 6 in hand, I believe.
Yep.
Should I make the Cyan?
Interesting.
We'll see after. Another Tenza. I don't think Tenza's choice here.
No, we need low to the ground threats now. Going for a backup.
I don't think backup's the play.
Is he trying to build up a Hien attack, 'cause then he doubles it up?
I believe Kate lost. Alright, what's it gonna be? I mean, I suppose we could just attempt to Bahamut the Shinryu. I'm just gonna pitch for it.
No, this is the right play.
Has decided to target the
So,
Shinryu.
I mean, he's going empty-handed, but Sam's not really got much on board after this play. Yeah, there you go, game 3. Good.
Let's
good.
go.
Very good play. Sam's have got back into it, so now we just need a similar start for George. Sam's hoping for a repeat of game 1. Nice that it's going down to the wire.
Perhaps the Cyan was an attempt to maybe bait the Ishtola with the cancel?
I think so, but it's also the extra pressure. So if he thought of the Larkisius Bahamut line, maybe he was trying to bait it out before. But even if he didn't, you could still go empty-handed and do what we discussed, and then you'd still have the forward in play as well.
True.
And maybe he needed the extra 2 CP to do that. There was also the possibility that he was going for a double Hien attack, which would have done 8 to the board. Maybe he was trying to build up to do 10 to the board, so it would have wiped the Shinryu as well. Either way, it's going to be an interesting game 3.
It looks like Sam is going to be able to take the play here.
Yep. So
Which is going to need... The issue that Samurai has here, that Wind is already going to have presumably going to have a backup down before they're going to be able to play any forwards, which means that Typhon's a lot easier to play. So we'll see. The opening is so important in this match.
Yeah, Wind on the play is quite threatening for the Samurai player, I think.
Yeah. I'm seeing a 10-Zen.
There we go.
Something to pick up as well.
One thing George might need to work on is the way he shuffles his cards. I think he's got to tell. You don't see it?
Well, when he's like that.
He aggressively flicks his cards when he has a good hand.
Yeah, potentially. Chocobo Sam.
It's a good start. Unfortunately, having to pitch an Atmos, that could be useful later, but this is at the ideal backup start again. Turn 2, go into 3 backups.
A second Zen of 10.
Got a 10.
men.
So what's he going to pitch? I see a Terror. That's probably going.
Second, you can afford to make the 4 CP backup
Yeah.
and Tenzin, which I don't actually hate.
So Cyan Terror going into the bin at the moment.
Looks like 3 in his hand there.
What's the third though? Did you see? Brynhilde, I believe. No, it's a.
This is the other Tenzin. 10 of 10. It's just gonna go to end. Okay. There's a nice array of backups for your viewing pleasure. I will take the crystal backup, please.
So this is exactly a really good start for both players. Interesting to see if Sam can capitalise on a better start for him. He's got a very good one. What does he pitch for the Chocobo here? Or does he go for a 3 CP backup in Althea? It's an interesting one. Because his hand's stacked. He's got the Typhon, he's got all the backups he needs. So it's a case of whether does he want to pitch anything or...
I think going to 3 here is like very comfortably a nice easy play.
What did we pitch? Chocobo and Sid Polydina. Yeah, okay.
You don't need that. Now we're on 3 and we can type in for free basically next turn. Nice and easy.
And we have the Althea next turn too.
3 backups before George has even got one down. This is looking pretty rough for our hero.
So, Ramo has unfortunately lost.
No. Ramo.
Currently waiting on 2 other round of 16 games.
And then standing here like Zach at the end of Crisis Core.
It's fitting.
Sword in hand, holding out all hope.
Just the gust of breeze ruffling in his hair as he goes. Do you know the story of Tenzin, by the way?
No.
It's a very good story.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a legendary warrior.
Oh yeah?
He became friends with the 4 spirits.
Okay. Sounds very Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it is very Final Fantasy.
Is he really cool and got a sword and does big swings?
He did, he's dead.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
This looks like Uno Morningcraft. Please. And my honor for soldier. He's dead. Tenzin is dead. Okay, we have 1 billion cards in our hand.
Xerxes is triggered that I said stuff wrong about him. This is Tenzin from 11. I know, I said it on purpose to wind you up.
Can you stop spreading misinformation on my stream, please?
Spreading it to Xerxes the Carp.
It's the only one paying attention.
It's the only one I knew I could trigger. Well, he's travelled up north here. Has he proved himself? Up north?
Well, he did in the last game. Right, Georgie, you got 1 solitary backup.
Come on, Sam G. We've got some support for both sides here.
We've got some windy support in the background. Okay, we are going to see 5 CP coming down for this to try and blow it up. Coop Casper will have to take the break. That's painful. Fina, deny.
That's
That's so cheap, man.
Yeah.
It's just discard the card. It's so good. Wowzer.
And George having to overpay there as well. Losing 2 cards in hand to do that that's a big swing against George.
Is George gonna win? We're all winners here. In Final Fantasy trading card game community, we're all friends. And except when we're not.
Oh, you play Soiree.
Out.
Yep.
All right. 4 backups. Stood. It's this lone samurai again, man. The bravest of the bunch. I'm gonna call him Edward.
Does look like an Edward.
He looks like a little Edward. I believe in him, man. He's gonna take down this nasty Typhon. Ah, Tola. Ish Tola.
It's fantastic how much of a swing Typhon has been. It looked really even to start with, and as soon as that Typhon hit, it swung completely in Sam's favour.
The other issue was just not having access to the other backup.
I mean, we do have pressure. He's got the Hien in hand, but he needs an extra fire character. There is also the Ishtola to cancel.
This windless does look very potent. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this. So, Terra in the bin, back out, making a backup. Alright, we go to 3. We can now resurrect a 4 cost or less whenever we want.
There's the Artemis.
Alright, 2 CP monster that you can activate on damage 3 to become a forward. However, he also has a passive of the second time you cast a card each turn, tap 2 backups. And it's pretty good. It's a pretty easy way to ramp up in this deck and hit those extra casts to turn on Luso.
I mean, it's been a format warping card to the point that every other deck has to consider putting monster removal in their deck just for Artemis.
That's good though.
You think?
That's good though. Yeah, because you want to encourage people to have monster removal in their list. I think so.
We don't get it often though. It's not often that there's one particular card that has to.
But that's why I think it's a welcome addition to the game, because there were monsters in the game, but you kind of just ignored them.
Yeah, it's true.
It was only Opus 4 when people were playing. Was it Opus 4 when monsters came out?
Yeah.
When they had that Wind, Water, Earth monster list that was quite a nightmare to deal with because there wasn't really any monster removal.
Yeah.
But now there's like nice, effective ways to deal with monsters. Ramu from Opus 6 has come back in order to snipe him, which is pretty cool. Love seeing that card come back. All right, what are you saying, Georgie? It's only one Tola you got to take down. Is there a monster searching fire? There is. Not like.
It's a goblin searcher.
Yeah, you can. The goblins search for goblins, but there isn't. There isn't a way to search for a monster in fire. The only way that you can add that to any deck is the 5 CP Dark Kafka.
Best monster searching colours are Earth and Ice.
Water, Realm,
searching. Yeah.
Oh, actually no. Ice has actually got the generic monster search, hasn't it? Yeah.
And Earth has Mirror, but that's from the bin. Does Earth get any more?
Yeah. I don't think so, no. Hello, Shinryu from Final Fantasy EX or something. Please don't murder my friends. We are not on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think there's 7 in there.
Donid.
Nah, Donid doesn't exist.
No. I mean, that's why we did him like that.
Right. Sam with the fat stacks. 4 backups. 4 forwards. Kind of. 2 forwards, 2 monsters.
And this is just what Wind does, isn't it?
4 CP.
There we go.
Oh, 3 CP. We're going to make a token on Chocolate. Zidane, show me your moves now. Right now.
Currently, contemplating. We've gone with the show.
Amber, Cyan, Heian, Baha. Pick your poison. I don't think Wind is
got to be the
particularly
Heian.
scary.
For the
I think it's probably the Cyan. Well, I don't actually know. It depends on what the Wind player's
if
got.
if you take the Heian, it removes the only out for Sams.
He's got the backup. Or is it?
Ah, shit.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. So in that, well, the thing is, he's also got Terrors in the break. So if he really needs those summons back, he can always crack it to res it. He's gonna take the Bahamut. I think that's the safest bet.
I mean, it's the most effective removal he's got. No, we're trying again. Okay. Spin the wheel again.
I'm coming back in.
Not yet. But this makes the Zidane free. Untap 2 for the Atmos and 1 for the Althea.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So friendly reminder, our players have 35 minutes roughly on the clock going forwards, but I don't think it's going to come to time at this point.
No. Sam's comfortably in the driving seat here. Taking another card, probably the Amat at this point. Although to be fair, yeah.
No, he's going to take it anyway. Yeah.
If you took the Heian, you'd have to crack the backup to get it, and then he wouldn't get haste. Because you'd have fewer than 5.
No, but you could just play the Cyan, right? Take Assault. A 2 CP crystal generator, so we could actually reasonably do something with that, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
No.
But now all the summons are gone, so I mean, they can't really remove anything. That Tola needs to go before anything else can really happen, and he just doesn't have the answer for it. Unfortunately, you know what would have helped?
General Leo.
Coup Caspel.
General Leo would. Should put General Leo in your deck.
That's it. You're done. Out. We're done. I'm ending the stream. Can't take any more than that.
I'm going to get you a General Leo now.
Please don't. Alright, Cyan. Oh, the EX Samurai. Okay. This is online, right?
It should be. 2 Tenzens. A Heian, at least, that we've seen. He's pitched. Yeah, I think there's 7. See how George works his way through this.
Or are we just getting rid of it? Oh, we do have a crystal open. Never mind, so we could sol it. Wind does only have like what, 2 cards in their hand?
Yeah. So a sol into the Samurai is 9k on a target, which will probably get Ishtolled. And then the other Brave Samurai attacks and deals 6 to the board.
It's a Fina.
Again, okay. All of that goes out of the window.
Fina.
Fina.
I thought for just a moment maybe there wasn't any interaction remaining, and lo and behold, there it is. Shut it down.
For the second time this game. Don't think George is feeling that Fina right now.
With only 2 cards left in hand as well, and tapped out, there's just, he's going to poke. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000
Deals
damage
5 to the board.
Which unfortunately doesn't really affect anything.
Nope.
Chocobo into damage though. This isn't actually over yet, so he's going to draw for turn. He's going to have 3 cards in hand.
Shinryu triggers.
It's a backup. Draws
It draws
oh
4.
my god, it draws 2 cards.
Draws 4 cards for turn.
Never mind, I take it all back. I take it all back. I take it all back. Yeah, this is looking pretty convincing that Wind is going to be able to take this one.
Yeah.
But I have faith. went from having almost no options to having everything again. Windy. So we've got a Chocobo, I think that might be an Edge, and Alexander. Saw him draw an Althea as well. He had a Luso.
I think you mean to say windied.
Chocobo, please give me back my Shinryu.
Shinryu coming down again. Goodbye, Samurais.
Yep, gonna hit those two on the end there.
Night Night Scion. No, we haven't picked yet.
No, we're gonna have a look at the standings and try and find a good match for you afterwards. Luso, draw one.
That's cast.
That's three, right? Or
That's
is it
four. That's four. Drew two for the Alexander.
So Alexander's 5.
No, Alexander was 4.
Okay. Yeah. So, no more untap effects though. So
Bismarck, Edge, Chocobo, and Bismarck in hand.
yeah, hey Bismarck.
Shoot the Sol.
Gonna tap them down. There you go.
Yeah.
Someone was asking earlier if he is ever going to use the Bismarck action ability, and there it is. Bang bang.
As if he heard you.
Load the revolver. Put them down. 6 shots. More than enough to kill anything that moves. End of turn, we are bouncing. Wait, what did he bounce back? It was the other one. What was in there? It was a Luso, Tola, and
Is it done?
Zidane. That makes most sense, yeah. Zidane and Luso are very good cards to pick up. We've got the Tencent in hand. Wowza. So he does still have this EX Samurai to the old 9k, but we're in that position again.
There's just too many things on the board, and he's just not got enough to deal with everything.
We are in that scenario again where there are 2 incredibly important forwards to remove.
Yeah.
George unaware currently that there is in fact a Chocobo in Sam's hand, so even if he did kill one, he'd have to kill it again. This is just the sort of thing that you just can't really deal with in this point in the game. Like Fire does have the tools to deal with it, but it just costs way too much money.
We've seen this. I mean, George has played admirably throughout, and it just so happened that Sam always had the Fina when he needed it. That's how it goes.
Yeah. That's the power of being able to hold onto your cards.
Yeah.
Alright, goodbye backups, we don't need you.
EX Sam, targeting something for 9.
Just double checking to make sure there's 7.
Probably gonna...
Please delete this Shin Ryu. I would like to put that back into my hand, please. Yeah?
In response, George is sad.
Draw a card. Draw a card.
Bismarck generating an immense amount of value there.
It's just never ends. Though it does look like he's got about 8 cards left in this deck, so we'll see.
You never know. Playing the long game.
So with 2 left in hand, he can just make the Hien, but it doesn't really make sense.
No.
I wonder what the other line was and
So
why we
we
pitched the
passed.
card for that.
So Sam back to 7 cards in hand.
No Shinryu trigger though, can't go to 9. Concede.
Yeah.
Pack it up.
What did Sam lose to? He lost to Hubris.
Alright, we are seeing 3 CP, 5 CP. I would like to play
Shinryu again.
Shinryu once again, please. Goodbye, samurai.
It's a bold power move from Sam to use the dice for casts. Every time he reaches for it. Put the fear of God into your opponent.
It makes it easier.
I mean, it makes it easier, yeah, but I think as well there's kind of the psychological element of this is the turn you die.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't think I've really seen Shinryu ever do anything before in my life.
No, no.
And now I'm seeing it do everything.
When did it come out? Opus 14?
Yeah?
Yeah, so for like the
What was
first
that
year
today?
of its life, it never did anything. It was the
really?
joke, and then Sam's came out, and then...
Have we got any hands left?
He's seen 2. Yeah, we've got 2.
It is a card in hand. Tola in.
Wait, Sam has enough damage on board to kill him this turn. Unfortunately. Oh, there we go, it's
Trigger.
more cards in hand.
Search for any cyan other than cyan. EX.
What EXs does George have here that could save him? There's no summons.
Tifa.
Tifa. Yeah, if we hit the Tifa, then George is still around.
But only before damage 6.
Ah, no. Sam's on 2 damage, so he's only got. It can only take him to 6.
Oh, Atmos can't activate it.
Yeah. So those 2 EXs were really nice hits for George.
CP's looking pretty tight for Sam though. I don't think he'll be outfitting the stand back just yet. I mean, he's got Bismarck to do it for him.
I mean, the question is, does he want to do it again now so he can rip those cards out of George's hand that George searched? The biggest issue right now on that side of the board is Ishtola, because George has.
It's literally the Tola.
Yeah, George has a few ways.
If he has, he's got what, 3 in his hand.
Yeah.
Draw turn 5,
Yeah.
pitch 2, 3, make the I mean he has way more than enough CP to be able to. He can't kill though.
No, but he could kill everything on the board. But that Ishtola is the spanner in the works right now.
If he top decks like a Lark and
it would have to be like
he'd
he
draw
says.
3 cards. He can't do
Yeah.
it. He can't do it. He can't
Because George's other issue is, Sam will probably see this, that the only line George has to come back into this, there isn't any other tempting option for Sam to use the Ishtola. So it literally has to just be like Arceus for the draw to get George back into this. So it's a bit tough.
What's it going to be, Georgie? 5 in hand, free to play with. Once that samurai is, if you're not going to use it now, it's not getting used. It does offer you a 2k board wipe.
What would you get? Cyan? What would be the target if you bought that?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's in his hand. I think he drew it. No, he had a 10 already, didn't he?
Yeah.
He drew an Hammer and a Luneth.
Luneth's interesting. Is it too slow though?
Yeah, it's only a deal 4k as it stands. It's not quite there yet. Having a quick skim through the break, looking for what outs he might have. There are 2 left in his hand. It says 1 Fina left, right?
Should be, yeah. We've only seen 2. Yeah, we've seen all the Chocobo. Sam's cast 2 and there was 1 in damage, and there are 2 Finas that have been used. So there is 1 Fina left that could be used to stop George's plans. Seeing a crack of the 4 CP Samurai, see what George gets.
Rise,
Cyan.
champion.
So here we're searching for... the 14 Samurai. Is George setting up for a Heian swing? Do we think?
There is 2,000 damage on the board.
So with a Heian swing, that would be
It'd be another
7.
4. It'd be 6.
If he plays 2 samurais, it would be 5 to the board,
And
so
it'd
that's
be
7
7.
wide, yeah.
But it wouldn't. I mean,
That would
it goes,
kill.
It goes from killing. I mean, Izana and Luso die regardless.
Yeah.
And then Ishtola goes from not dying to not dying. And then you still need some more to be able to kill Typhon.
He does have a lot of cards in hand. Maybe he could get 3 samurais up.
And to be honest, even if he tries to go to combat, he has got 3 active wind forwards that he can just tap to just kill Cyan.
Yeah.
He could just kill Cyan whenever he wants. This is let's see. Oh, he's gonna. Okay, he's gonna resurrect a EX Samurai using the backup. Target a standard unit of cost 3 or less, and if it is a job Samurai, no, if so, is it? What is it?
So
Target a standard unit of break if it's 3 or less. Play it to the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got fire as well.
Yep.
No, that's gonna be able to deal something 9k. What's he choosing?
It's probably the Bismarck here. To. Oh,
Shinryu is dead. He's done it. He finally hit him with the counter-attack shockwave. One more EX Samurai for the road. Yeah,
Yep.
tapping R3 in response. Please delete this.
So George had he played to his outs. That was the only thing he could do because he had enough cards to play the Heian in hand.
Is Tola being used here? Alright,
Yeah.
Tola's gone.
So as we see the Heian, only 4 characters though, so no haste.
We are alive though. We are still in this.
True, true. He
Just-
has removed 2 very annoying forwards. Only 1 left. The unfortunate thing now is, I believe we've seen all the Cyans. So I'm not quite sure what draws would get George back in, because he's empty-handed as well, so a Susano wouldn't help. There's a Lulu. Get back a Chocobo.
Yeah, we can just start doing a lot of work now. Lulu is pretty much just enables Wind to be able to cast as many cards as they need to. Yeah. We have the Alfia to return things to hand. UCP. Oh, is that another Chocobo in it?
I thought we'd seen them all. It's got a Waltrill.
No.
Noel is a very good card for
Oh
it.
no. Untap 2 off of Atmos Trigger. That's cast 2. Zidane, please give me one of those cards. It's Palmer. Bang! That's, oh yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Althea.
So we can assume that. So Asura. Probably shrinking the Heian here, because even if you shrink the Brave Samurais, they still go to 7.
Yeah.
So we've got an 8k, a 7k, and a 9k on board for George at the moment.
Yep. Gonna use Althea to bring Lulu back to our hand. So that's cast 5. Drawing off the Bismarck. Dice does this for. Yeah, that's 5.
There we go.
There you go.
And then 3 attackers. We have about 5 available, 4 available even.
Yeah.
Not really.
This is gonna be it for wind.
Yeah, this is it.
Very nice. Oh, this is an trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Bang. Oh,
There's
EX
the EX burst. So
well fucking played, Sam G. That was awesome.
very good, very good.
That was some really, really quality like demonstration of how to like handle different scenarios and win. We saw a lot of Shinryu wasn't just played and left. It was like really well handled. He protected it effectively, and he controlled the board state, and he did a really good job of managing that. That was awesome. Well played, man. Alrighty, so that's the. Oh, I'm not sure if Alex is still playing. Actually, I think he might be on the end there. He's in the yellow wig.
Yeah, it looks like. I'll go check.
All right. So that's first round complete of top 16. We've got 3 more matches, 3 more sets for you guys coming up. We'll fish out a new match for you guys in the meantime. Try and find out what's going on. Yeah, shout outs to Sam. Well played. Sounds like he's been tearing up his locals with this deck as well. How cruel bringing mono win to your locals. No, well played, players. Alright, we'll catch you guys in a few.